January 1st, 2025. First, I want to wish everyone a happy new year and a lot of miles on the 2025 that it just started with this ride here in Naples, and it was an amazing ride. I still debating on the title for this video. I was thinking in putting my worst ride of 2025, and this is a funny thing to say because it's the first one and the only one we have done, but I got dropped twice on this ride, guys. I didn't have the legs, I didn't have the heart, and I was just tired. I couldn't keep up with this big and amazing group of riders that have been here for more than a week already in Naples, plus the locals. We have Ivan at the front and Michael here for Waldo. We have so many like strong riders, like especially we have teams that are here from visiting. We got Nico. Nico have been riding so many days that he run out of Waldo kits today and he has to come on the cover. But so we started the ride after like 3 miles of control pace, which was a little hard pace, but it was controlled, no attacks, no nothing. And after that we started the ride. This is the beginning of the ride. You can see how the speed starting to increase. You can see my buddy here in front of me, Sax. He told me he was a little tired today, but still he was really active the entire ride. I got dropped twice, guys, and not ashamed to say it, these guys were flying over 30 miles entire. I have a 52 34 chain ring, and my 52 was not enough today. I was asking for more gears, and I can feel and I can hear the noise of my Di2 saying like I have no more. So I was doing 52.11 and I needed more. So I think that I'm gonna jump and put my 54 back. And it's not that I have those super strong legs that I need a 54, but I don't have to cross the chain all the way to the 11 to keep up at this speed. I can probably do 54 14 or 54 13 and be okay instead of 52 11. So that's one of the change that is coming to my bike pretty soon after doing this ride at this level. We got a lot of important riders on this ride, so the speed was really fast, and also the takeoff from the lights was pretty fast as well. We were staying on the light, and all of a sudden when the green light comes, we were jumping to 500 700 watts just to keep the formation and stay on the wheel that you will follow. Otherwise you will lose position really quick. So that's what happened to me first time that I got dropped, which was in a way before the turnaround. There was a little we got a little like ramp. I don't like to call hills, but we got a little ramp that was in the middle of the way, and the guys pushed it really hard and I couldn't keep up. The guy in front of me was leaving me. That wheel was like right now, I don't know if you can see the pad is getting away from me, so I put in so much effort just to get back to that wheel. And there was not like a race or regular ride where you kind of like you see here that it was not like, okay, someone did an effort and then for the next 3 minutes everyone is gonna recover until somebody else do an effort. No, it was not like that. It was effort after effort. So the guys at the front were consistency, putting a lot of power. I was doing 300 plus watts for most of the ride, and I was not able uh, to keep up. And you can see I'm not straight behind Pat right now because we got kind of like a side wind, and I wanna this guy that is coming back right now with a red jersey. He lost his bottle water. He got one bottle water that was behind um, his uh, his saddle, and he lost it. So I'm losing the wheel right now. I'm like, and this guy from Trek, he's jumping around. He see the threat. He knows that if he doesn't jump, he may be in trouble. So this was one of my worst moments. I was on red, and after this moment where I was able to get back, um, there was another high pace, and I couldn't recover. So this group right now that is in front of me is the group that I create, and I say that because I was the one that opened the gap, and these guys were behind me, and they couldn't close it because I guess that there was some hesitation while I was trying to close the gap. And so if any of these guys are watching this video, my apologies in advance. It was not my intention. It was my legs, they were not there. So we managed to have like a really good rotation in this group. For a little bit we were disorganized, but we decided that we're just gonna do the ride in our own speed, so no more 30 plus miles an hour. We were going 26, 27, pretty comfortable. I still in recovery mode right here in the back, but then I jump and I start helping them. But we were doing really good until we went to the airport, and we found a group that was waiting for the rest of us. So the fast, super strong group that left us behind was waiting for us at the airport. So we rejoined for more pain. You're gonna see when we get there. So right now we are on Bonita, guys. If you don't know the area, this is Bonita Beach. This little bridge that we're taking is the Stero Bridge that goes over 75, and then take us to the other street that we're gonna take all the way to the airport. So this is the more group that I create. Shame on me for not be able to keep in that wheel in front of me. So all these guys are pretty strong, but they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so now we're gonna start working for a little bit until we get to the airport, and from that point we're gonna join the group and starting to get more pain until we came back to this bridge. I decided that was enough for me, that my heart rate was not going down and my legs were screaming. So it's always good to know your limits. It's always good to push it, but when you know that it's nothing else to push, just leave it like that. You can do better another day for sure. So this was a perfect group until we find the main group. I'm gonna take this time to ask if any of you guys was in this ride. Will you please make your comments about how you think the ride was? I want to make sure that the ride was pretty fast and hard for everyone, and it was just not me that was dying today. Let me know your opinion if you were on this black ride today to the airport, to Fort Myers Airport. And if you are thinking in coming to Naples, I would say this is the perfect time, weather and group ride, group size, and since we got so many different visitors, this is like the perfect time of the year, guys. So if you want to plan for next year, the end of the year, come around and ride with us. You're gonna love it. And also, if you're thinking in riding more than once in Naples, if you are like a person that riding few times, maybe a few weeks, I would recommend you to check it out, Naples Velo. which is our um, main group and club. Is our main club. Just give it a shot. Look at the page. Look what they have to offer if you become a member, and maybe it's something that interests you, because they have so many um, opportunities, and they have so many things that you can get if you are a member. If you become a member, that I think is worth it. For me, it is. I think that for you, if you're gonna ride more than once in Naples, it's worth it to go and look at it. Besides, there is all the information for all the rides that we do and everything else related to bicycles. So here we are on top of the airport. This is not Miami Airport, guys, or Newark Airport in New York, New Jersey. This is 4 miles. It's pretty small, a couple of terminals. Pretty nice to fly from here. So you should try that too if you want, if you're close by. So we're taking a break, and we see in the distance right here we have to go 10 miles. If we go over 10 miles, we get a stop, and we don't want them to tell us not to go around, because this help us for he's like a little help for us to get whatever, if we need to eat something or relax the legs. So look what we got at the front right here, guys. We got the group. Is that a good thing? Not for me, but I was really excited to see them, and they were just waiting. As soon as they saw us, they stopped pedaling. So they got a little break on the legs. We also got a little break by going slower than them for a few miles. But thank you very much, whoever made that decision. I'm sure that was Captain Bell, and thank you for waiting. And here we go again, more fun. So we're gonna do a little loop around the airport, and then we're starting to go back. These guys are pretty good. I'm sure that is more Cat 1 here and Cat 1 and 2 than anything else in this group. Pretty fast guys, pretty young too. So here we go. We go around the airport right now. I'm letting the group. I know that I don't have the leg, so I don't want to be at the front messing around unless I feel 100% comfortable that I'm not gonna be a problem. Since I already opened a gap and took a couple of guys from the front, because I took them by surprise, and I don't want to do that again. So as soon as I don't feel comfortable, I'm gonna go to the back and I stay there, try to stay quiet and see if I can hold until the end of the ride, which didn't happen. I wonder for how long you guys are watching this video have been riding bicycles. I've been riding bicycle for over 20 years and racing pretty much every year. Technology has changed everything for me. Remember when I used to start riding the bicycles, there was more we start kind of like with the heart rate, and every effort, every workout was based on heart rate. We also had a preparation. We have we finished racing around October. That was pretty much the last race with the state champ, and then we were taking off, and we were doing a lot of gym. We were doing a lot of running. We were crossing sports with other sports and to getting core preparation, legs, everything. Right now, I have noticed that there is no breaks. Unless you decide, you have your goals and you say, okay, this is your what you're gonna do, and this is the race that you're gonna focus. there is not time for preparation. Like, you finish in October with the state championship. This is, I'm talking about here in Florida, especially close to Miami. You finish doing the state championship, the road race, in October, and you're supposed to have November and December, so you can do some leg workouts and easy coffee rides and stuff like that. But you can, if you do that, then unless you're really focused, if you do that, then you lose all this fun. Um, it's like I was asking Justin because he's riding the motorcycle. He told me that he's supposed to be this week off. He's, I'm sure that he's so um, excited for this ride that's why he's coming in the motorcycle. The dedication of a cyclist. He's losing sleep just by being here, and since his week off, he's coming in a motorcycle, which is giving us a lot of support and help. But I remember people taking 3 months, and then on January was the first series in Miami. Uh, Usually was Brian Piccolo, which is still a tradition, the winter series. And I remember seeing half of the riders, and the other half of the rider was completely out of shape. Like, people that finished like podiums all over, and then in the beginning of January they were completely out of shape because they took a break. But now I don't see anyone taking a break. You finish October, you got two Gran Fondos or maybe more, but you got Horrible 100, which is in Orlando. You got another Gran Fondo in Sebring. You got the gravel races, which now the state champ gravel race is in December. So you jump in the gravel bike. You still have to do workouts for the gravel bike. You finish your gravel race December, at the beginning of December, and then it's when you start eating all the cookies. And then we're not racing here, but the quality of these guys are way over a race. Um, Getting averages for 60 miles of 27, 28 with stop lights and stop signs. No, that's way over for someone that is off season. But I don't know if you like these young kids right here. This one next to me, I was telling him that he closed a massive gap in the back, and look at him now. He's at the front pushing. I don't know if the technology now is keeping these young kids training differently, where they don't have to. I remember that we were not supposed to have look what we have right here. We have Rainstone. That was the best team for last year. They won the U.S. Crits, and so we don't have. Before we used to have a lot of time, and we were not supposed to do any weight training during season. Now everything is changing. Like, people are doing weight training once a week, twice a week, no matter if they are in the middle of season. Everything has changed a lot. Trainers, training row, training peak. There is so much choices that you can have if you want to get better. I would recommend, if you have the money, to hire a trainer. I have seen it. I saw it in Justin. Justin has one of the best trainers in Florida, and he has become one of the best riders in Florida. Now he's training some people, and I have seen the results in some people. So having someone to push you instead of a machine, I guess better out of you. But I also have seen a lot of people getting super good just by getting a training peak. Like Dennis, for example. Dennis, all his training is on training peak, and he has, from getting dropped in a social ride to winning the state champ. and being like a super fast rider and a strong rider. So technology right now, I think that is one of the biggest influence on a rider. If you want to be competitive and be good, you have to let yourself uh, surrender with technology. I have a lot of friends from my time that they still don't want to be part of technology. If you really want to be competitive, you have to let technology work with you. Otherwise, it's not gonna be the same at all. So we are in the back part of the airport right now. This is a new area that they did not too long ago. So these roads are perfect. They have two roundabouts, and then we're gonna start getting our way back. But this area right here, pretty good. And since we have the roundabouts right here, it's kind of like give us a break and let us stretch the legs a little bit before we start hammering it down again. So pretty good. This is the first time that I take this road since they made it. So pretty nice road. We had the other group, the blue group, that were coming behind us, but since these guys wait for us and then we took a longer loop than the blue group. The blue group, there was a I think that they kind of like start after us, but there was a one point that they were in front of us. So all these guys look fresh. They have been riding for more than a week. This is like the mini Tour de France right here, and they all look fresh. There's a couple of guys that I think that I saw like two guys with a bag, like they riding gravel. Maybe they too much distance and they don't want to run out of water. You can see on the body language of everyone here is as soon as I start getting like and one of the things, even though that we have street lights and stops here, from one to another it's a big distance, so we can get like a really good speed without stopping. So that's a really good thing. So look at this, everyone. I would say in front of me there is like a 10 people that I'm sure that they don't know each other. They're from different places and they're all synchronized, guys, and that's the beauty of cycling. They're all telling the one behind that is a debris up front, so move aside. And that's one of the things that I like about cycling. You don't have to know the person, but when you synchronize with the group, you feel safer. So we are going back right now, and you can see the speed, you can see the way that everyone is moving. It's like no one is relaxing, no one is soft pedaling right now. Rainstorm right here, they're not soft pedaling at all. Oh, it's a good ride. So now we got a light, we got a red light coming out, but now it turned green, so we keep going. Yeah, the front right here, he did pretty good. He saw that the light, he first advised everyone. Now he saw that the light turns green, and instead of just doing a little pull and move, he get it back to speed, to the same speed that we were riding. So that was pretty awesome move. That's the way to do it. So on this next season, we're gonna do some gravel races at the beginning of the year, and then we're gonna go ahead and do crits, which is the one that I like the most. And we're also gonna do some road races. I'm gonna try to do the gravel race that is coming now is a series of 5 races, and it accumulates points. Also has a TT, and it goes all over Florida. The first race is like 6 hours from Naples, and then the other one is pretty close, and it keeps going like that. Now you guys gonna see Justin on the motorcycle here next to me, and now he's gonna. This is Justin camera from the motorcycle, and this is me just before I decided that that was it for the day, um, for the boomer. But yeah, Justin, thank you very much for recording that video. uh, 31 miles an hour, guys. I'm dead. I'm 30 miles an hour, and this is after 50 miles on the legs. Oh, it's pretty intense. So I'm surviving, but that's not the way that I want to ride my bike. Even though that I feel that I'm okay, but that's not the style that I want to ride it. So I need to burn all the cookies that I eat. You can see I can barely stay on the wheel, and that's pushing 300, 400 watts, getting back to 200 watts, and then again to 300, 400. So I need to burn all the cookies that I ate, and I need to get back on tracks because in 2 weeks we're gonna start. So after I decide to pull away, Tony decided to stay with me. Tony's in the photo of the beginning of the ride, and thanks Tony, because we still got like at that point like 18 miles, 17 miles for where I parked my car. And when we were riding our bikes back, we found Ivan. Ivan was he got a flat, and I guess that the group was going, and we found Ivan. Ivan was about to finish, so we wait for him, and then we start riding with Ivan until Ivan found a friend of him that was on the side right here. And since Ivan was going to Naples Cyclists, which is the start and finish of every ride that we do, and we were parked in a different location, Ivan decided to stop over here for his friend that was at the sidewalk with a flat, and we get going for pretty easy. From that point, it was a lower ring at the front, and it was just rolling until I saw my car. So this is me with Tony. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we see you on the road.